Hello my beautiful friends and welcome to Tailor Made Beauty by Kris. Today I'm going to do a full face get ready with me using only drugstore brands. And in fact, the vast majority of this I got at Target. I'm just going to go in order that I'm applying things. I am going to start with the Kris Prime and Fine. And as you can see, I'm looking a little shiny right now. That is the sunscreen that I'm currently using. And so I do rely on my primer to knock down the shine. And the Kris, it's a liquid as opposed to some of those that are kind of like almost a putty. And so I'm gonna go ahead and apply this and pat it into where I have fine lines and pores and things I want to smooth out. Is there anything I can tell you about this primer? It says it's a lightweight primer that says it minimizes shine and reduces optically the size of pores. Okay, so got that applied and I'm letting it dry down, but right now I'm not noticing that it knocked down a ton of shine yet. One thing that I do not have from the drugstore is an eyeshadow primer. And so I'm going to do what a lot of other folks do is I'm using concealer. And this is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, 16-hour concealer. And this shade is medium beige. And so I'm going to put a dot on each eyelid and then tap it in. Oh, okay, that's way more coverage than I was anticipating. All right, so I'm going to take the end of my beauty blender and just sort of see if I can't get some of that extra product off, because clearly I was not anticipating that. All right, so face primed, eyelids primed. I'm a little bit concerned because I am still so shiny that I don't want to attribute it to the new foundation. So what I'm going to do, I have a Neutrogena Healthy pressed powder here, and this is in Fair number 10. And this is a makeup trick that I've seen on Wayne Goss's channel. I've seen a couple other YouTubers do this, which is to actually apply your setting powder before you apply your foundation. And while that was not initially my intent today, given the shininess I was experiencing, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, and as you can see, that really knocked down the shine quickly. So let me talk to you about this Benecos Natural, creamy makeup. This is a brand out of Germany, and it says it's Germany's #1 growing makeup brand, and this is actually manufactured in the UK, and it is, it says a creamy moisturizing foundation for a velvety, unified finish with vegetable oils, and it is vegan, and it came in 3 shades. Really? 3 shades? Only 3 shades. I got the lightest one, which is, what color is this? Maybe it's nude. And so I looked, and on their website, no, they only make it in 3 shades. And of course, because it's Target, you can't, they have no testers, you can't swatch anything. This foundation was $14.99. So let's just see what it looks like. it's a thick cream. And let's just go in with fingers first. Ooh, that's really light. Yeah, that is really, really light. It has a slight scent to it. Ooh. Oh, that's pretty awful. You see how it's breaking up there on my cheek? Maybe that's because I did it with fingers. Let me try, this is a damp beauty blender. Let's try that instead. All right, that seems to be going on a bit better. Let me see if I can fix over on this side. I need to get a little more. All right. So, and it does seem to be perhaps oxidizing a bit. And what I mean with that, as it's drying down, it's darkening with exposure to the air. Because I'm feeling like, whereas when I first put it on, it felt really much too light. It feels like it's blending in quite nicely with my skin. And definitely the damp beauty blender is a much better method of applying this particular foundation. And I would say, what? I would say that is good medium coverage. I'm noticing, I'm really seeing my texture in here, the pores, so I'm not thrilled about that. Yeah, and I feel like it's just sitting on top of my skin, that it's not kind of melding in and enhancing it. I feel like it's just accentuating the lines. I'm seeing pores here. It's really emphasizing these lines. Yeah, not a huge fan of the Benecos Natural Beauty Natural Cream makeup. Okay, and it does look like I kind of missed a spot over here. I'm going to put a little bit more on. Thankfully, even though, okay, the downside of shopping at Target for makeup is very rarely do they have testers of anything, but they do have a very generous return policy. You can take stuff back, and if you have a Target Red Card, which I highly recommend, you get 5% back, or you save 5% every time you shop at Target. They can look your purchases up if they were on your Red Card, or save your receipts. So while I'm really uncomfortable returning makeup, I don't feel, I feel like I picked out the color and if I didn't like it, but I think something like this where it's a product performance issue, and this clearly, is a performance issue. So I think I might be returning that one to Target. Moving on, let's do under eye, and this is the Maybelline Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser, and that's one that I have and is in my daily rotation, so I'm pretty confident about the performance I'm getting out of this product and really like it. Okay, all right, under eyes are taken care of. Let's see, I am going to do one more light dusting of powder over this foundation just to try to get a good surface for blush and contour and highlight and everything else is going to go on my face. All right, for my contour, I have the Ulta Matte Bronzer. So this is a matte, although it's a bronzer on my skin, I like to use it as a contour. Just right there, kind of defining my cheekbones. And I have my e.l.f. Kabuki brush to work that in, blend it in, blur it, so it just looks like a shadow, which is what I'm going for. Okay. Now I picked up a new blush from NYX. This is Hamptons. And oh, isn't that cute? Look at the little bow to open it. That's very cute. It's very cute if I can open it. How do you get this open? Ah, come on, open. There we go. All right, you push up on the bow, the entire bow. And I was just looking for a really soft, peachy, pinky blush, nice for summertime. And I have this big, fluffy, angled brush by Smashbox. So I'm just gonna swap across it a couple times, tap it off. Start there on the apple and work it out. Oh, yes. That's a really nice, just, yeah, a soft blush of color. So I do really like this, and it seems to be going on nicely, blending in nicely. All right. And for a highlighter today, I have the Maybelline Master Chrome in Molten Rose. And this really is such a pretty highlighter. And I did not bring down a proper highlighter brush. That's okay, we can improvise. This is a IT Cosmetics brush. No idea what it's supposed to be for, but today it's for highlighter. I'll get some on and just kind of work it in up on my upper cheekbone. There, oh yeah, see how that catches the light? That's really nice. All right, and on this side. Okay, this stuff is awful. I cannot wear this. I will not go out like this. So I've got a makeup wipe and I'm gonna take it off. I don't think I have ever had a foundation that performed so poorly. Now, I admit I don't test a ton of foundations, but I own at least a dozen different ones. Whew. All right. There, and my skin is not, ew, yuck, 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 yuck. It's not really liking, oh, these wipes. They are Burt's Bees. It's supposed to be with cucumber and sage extract for normal to dry skin, but they're a little stingy. All right, I think I have, whoa, phew, gotten that all off. And look how angry and red my face is. All right, let's try this again. I have brought down my L'Oreal Infallible up to 24-hour fresh wear. This is one of my holy grails. This is an amazing drugstore foundation. So I guess this lets us see, was it the Catrice Was it the foundation? Was it both? I have my suspicions. All right. Once again, pat it on. Pat it on. What is that stuff? The primer, the Kris primer. All right, and I'm gonna take, I know it usually takes a pump and a half of my Maybelline to do this. And this I can do with fingers. Oh yeah. That is absolutely gliding on. No fuss, no muss, no problem. Love how this foundation goes on. I like using my fingers. I feel like the warmth from my fingers warms up the product, helps work it in. Get a little bit more coverage where I tend to be a little red, so on my nose, out to my cheeks. And now I'll use the Beauty Blender just to give it that nice, smooth finish. Also, a damp Beauty Blender will also pick up if there's any extra product. Okay. Oh, so much better. Okay. Since I've got a little bit left, I'm gonna build up on my nose. All right. There we go. Voila. Fabulous. Okay. Let's see here. We'll go back in again under eye with the Age Rewind, and if I'm smart, I'm going to pick it up with a brush this time, because I think having too much product was accentuating. Now this one, you go, wait, mine doesn't look like that. I took the little sponge tip off because I don't like what it does, and here I can just get the smallest amount of product. For us mature ladies, with lines and wrinkles and texture under our eyes, we do not want a ton of product. All that does is build up and accentuate all those lines and wrinkles and texture. So a little bit goes a long way. Okay, that is better. So I am going to set again with the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Pressed Powder. All right, go in again with the Ulta Matte Bronzer for my contour. Again with the Kabuki. Okay. NYX, now I know how to get this thing open this time. Doesn't necessarily make it any easier. There we go. All right. Swish, tap, blend. All righty. See, you can get ready real fast if you need to, right? All right, and there we go. And again, you know what? I ran upstairs. I should have gotten a proper highlighting brush, but I didn't. And now, there we go. I think this is about where we left off last time. All right. Let's talk about eyes now. So one of the new brands that I saw there was Makeup Obsession. And this is a nice heavy cardboard palette. This palette is 16 colors for for $14.99, and it comes with the plastic sheet over it, which is nice. But look, you also get a nice big mirror, which is really nice. And I will go ahead and swatch these for you. Starting with the top row, and I'll admit that it was the blues that really intrigued me. All right, so here we go. Okay. There are those. Wow, that blue looks a lot different swatched than it does in the pan. Okay, so this star, which is this one, right? That is right up my wheelhouse, and the two mattes next to it are really nice to have in the palette. So maybe I'm not going to get as much use out of that blue as I thought, although maybe for a nice dramatic evening look that might work. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and swatch this row now, which is a color called Zen, Reverie, Daze, and Thinker. Okay, so Zen, wow, fun, and Reverie, Daze, and Thinker. Okay, wow, that Zen is a really pretty and bright color. All right, so I like that. Okay, the next row is all mattes. There really are a lot of mattes in this palette. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 shimmers, so 12 mattes. Okay, so now we're going to do this row, starting with Crossroads, Haven, Rest, and Move. So Crossroads, which is a very light color, Haven, which looks like maybe a good transition color, Rest, a nice kind of orangey peach color, and then Move, kind of a more intense orangey peach, which ended up way around the corner there. Sorry about that. Okay, and then last but not least, the bottom row, which is this row here, which is Spell, Tranquil, Meditate, and Improvise. I'm going to try to get these in the middle of my arm this time. So Spell, Tranquil, Meditate, and Improvise. All right, so some bolder reds there and a couple other nice light shades. All right, so now the hard part about the first use of any palette. What look to put together today? I am going to start with Haven and build that in my crease. So big fluffy crease brush. There's quite a bit of kick up in this pan. Oh, I mentioned the company on this is Makeup Obsession, and when I looked on the back of the package and looked online, this is owned by Revolution, which seems odd to me because it seemed like it was at a really similar price point that Revolution is. And I know I can get Revolution at Ulta. I don't remember seeing Revolution at my Target. So maybe this is something that they've done just for Target? I don't know. I think I heard a statistic. Oh, I like that. That's a very nice transition shade. I think I heard a statistic on a business show that said that Target sells more makeup than Ulta and Sephora combined. It's a huge business for Target. I know one of the Targets near me has completely redone their cosmetic area. It's new fixtures, new lighting. It's very distinct from the rest of the store. It looks quite nice. And I'm curious if your Target has done that. Let me know down below. All right, so now I'm going to go in with Rest, this kind of lighter orangey color, and I'm going to put that in the middle of my lid, just packing in that color there. Yeah, look at the kick up in the pan. That's a lot, but I guess for $14.99, you know, I've got some very expensive palettes that get a lot of kick up. So, but they're going on nicely. All right, maybe just a little bit more on this side to even it up. All right, and now I'm just going to flip that brush over and go from Rest to Move, which was that darker apricot orangey color, and I'm packing that out here on the outer third. And just kind of also working it a little bit over that edge of the Rest color that's in the center. Okay, so tapping, which is what is packing the color in. All right, and now I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and blend, picking up some of that darker color from the outer edge and moving it into the crease. All right, I see I'm getting some fallout, which is the risk you run when you put your foundation on before you put makeup on. So let me see if I can't use this damp beauty blender to get it back where it belongs. And now, this is Zen. I am dying to use this color. So, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? You know, I am just gonna use my pinky. And I'm picking it up on my pinky and just doing the inner bit of, oh, look at that. Look at that. That is a pop of color. Okay, and I'm just using my other middle finger to kind of blend it out. Ooh, I don't know if that's too much of a pop, but wow. Okay, doing it on this side. Wow, what do you think? It's a little cray-cray. I'm not entirely sure it's age appropriate. I'm not entirely sure I care if it's age appropriate or not. Let's finish up everything else and then figure out if we want to do anything about that. So I am going to try to find a small-ish brush. Right? This just has a little end. And it looks like the lightest color is Diffuse. So I'm going to try that under the brow. Okay, yeah, on me it's kind of flesh toned. So that kind of works. I'm actually working it back and forth there to kind of soften the line. And for my lower lash line, I am using this. This is just a short, stubby brush. And I think I'm going to do Reverie. I want something darker, but not totally dark. I'm just tapping. And I want most of the color to be on the outside third, so that's where I'm putting the brush down. And after going over that a few times, now I'm just going to work that in a little bit. Hopefully it'll lighten up a bit. Okay, let's do it on the other side. Most of it on the outer edge. Then bringing it in a bit. Okay. And I feel like I want a little definition, a little more definition in my eyes, so I'm going to go in with Thinker, and now I just have a angle brush. And this is what I'm working, and it's just, I'm pushing it at the base of my lashes, definitely avoiding the, I apologize for that, my memory card was full. I feel like my life is like that sometimes. All right, so now I'm going to do the other side. And as I said, I'm just pressing it into the base of my lashes. This is an alternative to tight lining with an eyeliner, which would plug up those pores. Also, I personally don't use eyeliner above my lashes because the part of my eye that shows when my eye is open is so short that an eyeliner completely overtakes it. So you can see how it is now. So I did get a little more depth and definition there in my eyes. And I do not have a drugstore lash primer, so I will go without. But I do have this L'Oreal Unlimited mascara, and this is with the wand that that bends. Love this mascara. I was glad when I was like, hey, don't I have drugstore mascara? I'm like, oh yeah, that L'Oreal stuff, it's really good. I love the fact that this wand bends. It makes it so easy to get into all the places that I want to. So since I don't have a primer, I will be doing 2 coats today. So there's one. And here goes 2. All right. And it's a good mascara. It's a really good mascara. I like the length that I'm getting out of it. Yeah, it's a really good drugstore mascara. And now I'll do this side, which is a little trickier because I am right-handed. Okay. I feel like my lashes are looking a little wonky, going a little bit every which way. So I'm trying to put them where I want them. Okay, we'll try a second coat here, doing the lefty thing. Okay. Oh yeah. Those really smushed together. You see that over here? Well, I'm going to let it dry and then I will fix it. All right, so then, let's see. I'm just going to, I also did not have a drugstore setting spray, so I am just going to do another light dusting of the Neutrogena powder. And my last step is lips, and I am going to I'm going to use lipstick and then a gloss on top, and this is the Maybelline Made for All. This is Spice for Me. I did review all 7 shades of this. I will link that video down below. All right, and so I just thought this was the perfect color with this palette. And it really is. And then Milani has a line out, Keep It Full. It is a plumping gloss. This color is Gold Dust. There's a rosy bronze one that is a really good dupe for Fenty Gloss Bomb. And I love that gloss, so I thought, yeah, I'll try this gold dust. Oh, look at that. Yes. Oh, yes. Just, there's a little sparkle in it. I love the shine. I love the feel. All right. Oops, a little extra mascara up there. But there we go. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me on today's adventure with my mostly Target makeup. If you liked this, could you please give me a thumbs up and let me know? Also, thank you so much to all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'm going to ask you, would you please subscribe now? Ring that bell. I post every Monday and Thursday, but sometimes I put up a bonus video. Thanks so much for joining me and have a really fantastic day.